here in just a few minutes. So hold a minute. Somebody was telling me my mic was not on. Maybe I had a glitch here. I'm having a bad cable. Sorry. Can you hear me now? Everybody, can you hear me now? Yes. Yes, maybe. Can you hear me now? I hope so. I had this problem earlier. If it is, I'm going to start over with what I just said. We're going to scratch it. Thank you. All right, we're good. Thank you, Eddie. Eddie told me we were good. So sorry. So long story short, I'll kick back off with what I was saying in just a minute. But to kick things off, I want to say this. I have a brand new camera, so I'm learning it. My microphone has been having problems today. Today's just been one of those days. Technology is not one to be my friend. But hey, I was like, we're going to do the show no matter what. So anyway, again, let's start over. Take two. All right. Welcome to another episode of What's Up with Austin. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I have two phenomenal guests that's going to be on the show, Chris Patti, Eddie Stevens. If you don't know anything about them, then you're going to get to know them on the show. Chris is a national champion with his tribute to Frank Sinatra, and he's also a member of the Affinity Tribute Band. Eddie Stevens is a fantastic musician, a great singer, an amazing sound guy. He produces shows all over. I could just keep naming. They're both incredible guys, and I'm happy to have them both on the show. I'm sorry about the audio technical problems, but hey, it happens. I noticed my cord has got a problem, so I can't move. I can't touch nothing tonight. I'm going to be careful. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Thank y'all for letting me know that my mic was not working. I was unmuted, but the cord was slightly unplugged. So thank you so much for that. All right, let's check a few of these live comments and see who we have tuning in tonight and pop them up on the screen. Let's see. We have Gail tuning in from Wisconsin. Thank you so much. Chris is watching from Georgia. We got Noah from Pelzer, South Carolina, right down the road. We got Stephanie from Anderson, which is that way, right down the road. Who else we got tuning in? We got some folks watching on YouTube. Thank you so much. Everybody's posting. They can hear it. You can hear now. Good. Thank you. Thank you. My wife says we're good to go. She was the first one to text me, and then Eddie wrote me. So thank you guys for watching out for me. So Eddie Stevens is on the show tonight, and he's watching. So thank you so much, man. Jamie LaCroix, what's happening, my friend? Thank you guys. Wanda, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it very, very much. We're gonna have a great show. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So I want to tell you guys, don't forget to, you see it scrolling at the bottom of the screen, like, share, comment, put this everywhere you can put it. If you're watching on Facebook, like, share, and comment. Let me know where you're watching from. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the What's Up with Austin YouTube channel, please do that as well. I would greatly appreciate that very, very much. And follow me on social media. If you haven't followed me, there it is right there. If you want to follow me on social media, I'm all over social media. So check me out: Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, YouTube, you name it. Go follow me. I'd really appreciate it very much. Also, it's not mandatory, but a lot of people always contribute, and we really appreciate that very, very much. But if you want to help us keep the show going and you enjoyed the show tonight and considered sending a tip, your support helps me so much. You got Cash App, Venmo, two options there. If you don't use Cash App or Venmo, we can we'll figure out a way. Just let me know and contact me. But really appreciate everybody who has supported the show so far this year since we've started back. Thank you guys so much. And I'll have a thing scrolling at the bottom of the screen about tipping as well throughout the show when we're doing interviews with these guys as well. But really appreciate everybody that has always contributed to the show. You guys have no idea how much it means. I really appreciate it very, very much. So last episode we did a couple weeks ago, I kind of brought back an old segment to where we do the question of the day, which is something I started a long time ago when I started the show when COVID was going on. And so guess what? Everybody loved it so much. Everybody was so involved with the question of the day and all the answers that we had. Guess what? We're going to do it again this week. So it's time for
the question of the day.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the question of the day. And there it is right there on the screen. If you could tour anywhere in the world, where would you go? That's a really interesting question. I don't even know if I have an answer to that. If you could tour anywhere in the world, where would you go? So viewers who are watching tonight, go ahead and start commenting your answers to the question of the day, and we will reveal your answers later on in the show with these two guests that I have on the show tonight. We'll also get their answers as well, but start commenting your answers now. If you could tour anywhere in the world, where would you go? I'm excited to see your answers. It's going to be great. All right. So now it comes time of the show. What's up with Austin? What's been going on with me? What's happening? So back on the 25th, last Saturday, kind of recap a show that we did here in my hometown of Honey Pass, South Carolina, with my brother-in-law Donnie Mosley. We did a show called Relive the Magic. We did a tribute to Elvis and more, and man, it was a show that was so good. It was a lot of fun. A lot of new things happened in the show, and it was just the crowd was amazing. You guys were so energetic. Everybody was coming up to us after the show saying how good it was and the flow of the show. But it's because of you guys. You guys kept us high energy. You kept us just into what we were doing, and we really appreciate that. And I want to give a shout out to Donnie, because Donnie at my fan retreat this year brought out something new, a new tribute to Ronnie Millsap, and he did an amazing job. He actually did it at the show the other night, and then he done something that nobody has ever seen him do, not even none of us, no family, nobody. He did a tribute to Conway Twitty, and man, it was absolutely amazing. It was really, really good. And so big shout out to him. Round of applause to him. He did an amazing job. Of course, he always does good at Elvis. But the show is amazing. And I know when the show is over, people was coming up to us saying, man, you should take it on the road. You should do it more. So, hey, Donnie and I have been talking about it. So keep your eyes out for Relive the Magic, starring Austin Irby and Donnie Mosley. We might be coming to a city near you. Who knows? I don't know. You never know. So just keep your eye out. Also, next week, we're going to be heading down to Lake Guntersville, Alabama for David Lee's Clam Bake Getaway Weekend with my brother David Lee, who does an amazing event every year. It's a lot of fun. It's something I look forward to every year. It's an event I've always been a part of, except one time because I had a family emergency. But it's a great event. So hopefully you guys that are watching right now, if you're going to Clam Bake, comment and let me know that you're going, because I want to see who all is going to be there. But we're going to have some fun. We head down next week, and it's going to be great. There's going to be a lot of great performers there. I know my brother Cody Donass is going to be there. Bill Cherry. Who else? I'm trying to think. Travis Powell. There are several others that's going to be there as well. So it's just going to be a great event and a lot of fun. So I can't wait to see all of you there at Clam Bake. It's going to be awesome. Something I want to talk about. I know this sounds like a long way away, but I'm going to take this banner off really quick so you can see the whole image. But the 2027 Austin Irby Fan Retreat, yes, all access passes are on sale now. And I'm just going to be honest with you guys. This fan retreat that we did this year, was one of the best ones I think we'd ever done. And I've said that on the show over the past few weeks, but this fan retreat is going to be amazing as well. The goal is to step it up from what we did this year, and I'm hoping that we can accomplish that. But it's going to be great. March 11th through the 14th, 2027, Black Fox Lodge, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Myself, Jesse Aaron, Alex Mitchell, Jacob Roman, Donnie Mosley, Michael Culliford, Jordan Poole, Samantha Dawn, and there's going to be one more performer that's going to be announced as well. If you've been to the fan retreat before, you probably know who that spot's being held for, but hopefully we'll get to know, get a yes or no here pretty soon. But all access passes are on sale right now, and I'm not going to lie to you, they are selling really, really fast and selling really quick. We always offer everybody who attends the year before. So this year, everybody who attended, they always get first access to next year's passes. So we had a lot of people sign up for that, and then we released them to the public back on April the 8th. And they have been selling like crazy. So thank you guys so much for that. A lot of new people coming out. So we really appreciate it. So get your all access passes now for the 2027 Austin Irby Fan Retreat. You can go to austinirbyentertainment.com to find out all the information you need to know on that. Okay. Also, if anybody on here is involved with YouTube or loves YouTube, I have a YouTube channel, Austin Irby Entertainment. But me and my wife have a YouTube channel also, and it's called Couples Compass, and it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun doing this. We just posted a video, I think 2 weeks ago or a week ago, which was our second video back, and it was one in the archives, I guess you could say, because the video quality was not that good, but it was from an old phone we used to have. But we used to do this a lot last year, and then I got busy, things started happening. And then we was like, hey, let's start back this year. So we did, and we've posted 2 videos, and we got another video that's going to be coming out either this weekend or the first of the week. And so make sure you go subscribe to Couples Compass and type in on YouTube Couples Compass and put Austin and Cassidy Irby and subscribe to our channel. We do adventure stuff. We do vlogging on different things. We do food challenges. We do a bunch of crazy things, game challenges. It's a lot of fun. So check us out. We really appreciate that very, very much. Also, if you're interested in booking me this year, I do still have some dates remaining, and I want to get those filled if possible. So you can, there's the information right there on the screen. You can book me for two different things. One, for, of course, me as my tribute to Elvis Presley, or as myself, where I do country, wide variety of different genres of music. You can book me for that, or you can book me for a church service, worship night, youth event with just Southern gospel, and of course, some of Elvis's gospel as well in original music. But you can go to austinirvyentertainment.com. There's a contact form on there. You can contact me that way, or you can email me or call that magic number 864-934-1228 to book me. And I would love to come and sing at your church, or an event you got going on, a festival or whatever. I would love to come and sing for you guys. It would be a lot of fun. So make sure you call me. I'd love to come. We got some, I think, fall dates still. Got a couple summer dates, but a lot of fall dates still left. So call me. I'd love to come and work with you and have some fun. Whether it's rocking and rolling or worshiping the Lord, I'm down for whatever. So it would be great. A new show that I want to talk about, really, actually, there's two things new we're going to talk about real quick before we get our first guest on. But this show is in July. And for everybody who came out this past Saturday to the Fiddle and Bow Music Hall here in my hometown, I'm doing 4 shows total there this year. We just did one, so there's 3 remaining. We're doing one July 11th. We're doing one September 26th. And I believe the other one is December 12th, if my brain is right. I could be wrong. Don't hold me to that. But the July 11th one is out now, and tickets are on sale. And from what I was told yesterday, they are selling like crazy. But it's going to be a great, great show live at the Fiddle and Bow Music Hall right here in my hometown of Honey Pat, South Carolina. A brand new show called Roots, Boots, and Rhinestones, starring myself, Michael Cullifer, and Samantha Dawn. And it's July 11th. The doors open at 6 p.m. Showtime is 7. Tickets are only $20. And scrolling right there at the bottom of the screen is the box office hours for the Fiddle and Bow Music Hall, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. The phone number is right there, 864-940-2254. They do have a website as well. If you go to Google and type in Fiddle and Bow Music Hall, you can buy tickets on there as well. I would put the URL on here, but it's super long, and I don't want to confuse you guys too much because it is extremely, extremely long. But I want to see you guys there, the Fiddle and Bow Music Hall, Roots, Boots, and Rhinestones. Myself, Michael Culliver, Samantha Dawn. Go get your tickets now. We'd love to see you there. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I cannot wait for this show. It's going to be great. All right. Well, something that we've been kind of teasing about, I guess is what I want to say. As everybody knows, me and my brother-in-law, Donnie Mosley, for the past 3 years, we have a company called Carolina's Tribute Festivals. There it is right there. We have a brand new logo and everything for our company now. It looks great. I think it's cool. But we have a company called Carolina's Tribute Festivals, and we, for the past 3 years, have been producing festivals in North Carolina. Our first year we did it in Wilkesboro, North Carolina. Then we went to West Jefferson. Then we went to Hickory, and we just haven't really found that home feel of a place where we really want to continue to do this event every year in the same place. And kind of like my family retreat, we want to find a home that we can do this every year. So Donnie and I had a long conversation. Of course, Miss Kathy and Cassidy was involved as well. And we were like, what do we want to do? What do we want to do with this? What's going on? So we're like, let's go to South Carolina and see what happens. Let's do a festival in the upstate of South Carolina, which is near me, and let's just see what happens. Let's give it a shot. So I made a post on our Carolina's Tribute Festivals page and on my page, and so did Donnie, about festival information coming soon for the Carolina's Tribute to the King and Legends Festival. So we're not doing it in North Carolina like we have the past 3 years. We're going to do it in South Carolina, and there it is right there. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited for this. We're going to be doing the Carolina's Tribute to King of Legends Festival September the 17th through the 20th at the Holiday Inn in Rock Hill, South Carolina. It's going to be 4 days of the King and Legends. It's going to be a lot of fun. Myself, Donnie Mosley, Jordan Poole, Jacob Etter. None of this has been released. Only thing we teased was that a festival is coming soon. So you guys here tonight on What's Up with Austin is getting to see this for the first time. Now, let me throw this out here before you go too crazy. Passes are not on sale yet. The passes were actually supposed to go on sale today, but we had, like I said, I've had a lot of technical problems today. So we had a minor glitch with our website, and the company we work with is trying to fix that problem. So as of now, folks, the passes for this event, all event passes, will go on sale tomorrow at 12 p.m. That is the plan. If something changes, we will make a post on Facebook. But these passes for this festival with myself, Donnie Mosley, Jordan Poole, and Jacob Eder are going on sale tomorrow at 12 p.m. And for more info, you can go to carolinastributefest.com. The website is up, and you can see about all the headliners and a few other things on there. But at this time, you cannot buy the passes, and there's a few other things that are being fixed on the website. But you can go see some of the stuff on there. But hopefully all that glitch and everything that's going on will be fixed before the night is over. I have to try to get it all done before when this show ends. So the company told us everything was good to go, so I got to go check and see. But put this on your calendar, September 17th through the 20th this year, Holiday Inn, Rock Hill, South Carolina. Myself, Donnie Mosley, Jordan Poole, and Jacob Eder. We want to see you guys there. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a great festival. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we hope you guys. We've already had a lot of people reach out where they saw us, where we put information coming soon. So thank you for that, and we want you guys to come to the show and have some fun with us. So enough of me talking about all these shows and all this stuff going on, but I have to keep you guys filled in. I just got to. I think it's time. It's time for the What's Up with Austin Q&A and the interview segment. And this first guy that we're getting up, let's put his picture on the screen. Oh my God, it's Chris Patti. We're gonna get Chris Patti on here, and he's gonna chat with us, and we're gonna get to know more about him. I don't know if the viewers that are watching know anything about Chris, but he is a wonderful guy. He is one of my great friends, and he's always a lot of fun to hang out with. So without further ado, let's get him on the screen. Chris Patti, what is happening?
Hey, Austin, what's going on, man?
What's up, bro? I'm good. How about you?
Oh, I'll tell you what. If I was any better, I'd be you right now.
Oh, well, thank you. I don't know about all that. Oh, man. Well, dude, how's life been treating you? It's been good? Going good?
Oh my God, life is treating me so good. I
Awesome.
have no complaints.
That's good, man. That's good, brother. Absolutely. That's a lot of fun,
Oh
dude.
yeah.
So let's kick into this interview, man. Let's ask some
Yeah, let's
questions
do
and
it.
have some fun, and let's get these people to know more about you, dude. Let's go know more
Yeah,
about you.
I love
All
it.
right. So
Bring it on.
I know a lot about Chris. I've known Chris for a while. I will tell you one thing: this make a mean pizza. I will tell you that.
Oh
I
yeah.
know that for a fact. Not for a
Mhm.
fact. But he's an amazing musician, a fantastic entertainer. But I want to talk about the big thing that you won with the Frank Sinatra.
Oh my
Which
goodness,
was
yes.
which I believe was it in Sinatra's hometown where this was held?
Yeah, it was held in his hometown of Hoboken, New Jersey. Yeah. It's called the My
Okay.
Way Sinatra Sing-Off. It takes place normally every June. I'm not sure if they're continuing that in June or if they're moving that to a different month.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool, man. And that happened
Oh
in
yeah.
2023, is that right?
Yeah. It was June 20, I believe it was the June 22nd of 2023.
Okay, gotcha. So what was going through your mind and when that happened, when you won the award, and how did that like change your approach toward paying tribute to Sinatra now based on what it was before you won that?
Well, I mean, when I right like before I won it, I was legitimately just starting in I was just starting as a tribute artist.
Right.
I mean, I only had like 2 gigs under my belt wearing the tuxedo.
Yeah.
After I won, I started getting more and more offers left and right coming. I mean, obviously from our good friend Mr. Cody Dayonath, but I've also
Yep.
been getting offers to go, all over the country. And
Yeah.
I actually produced my own show last year in Orlando, and
Yep.
needless to say, it didn't really go so well. But as as any as anybody would know, your first time's not always going to be the best. But you
Absolutely.
never know. It might lead to something even better.
That's true, man. That's so true. So when you were in this competition,
Yeah.
um, and they called you out the winner, what went through your mind?
I I honestly couldn't believe it at first.
I
They
bet. I
said
bet.
they said my name, all the names, and I had some pretty stiff competition. I had guys
Right.
I was competing against guys from all over the world, including, like, Canada and Spain. Spain of all places. Who would have
That's crazy,
thought?
man. That's
Yeah,
crazy. That's so cool, dude. That's so cool.
yeah,
And man, I'm so proud that you won it. I don't know if any of the viewers that are watching have ever heard Chris do Frank Sinatra, but oh my God, it's amazing. It's incredible. He does a phenomenal job, and you deserve that award, my friend. You really did.
thank you.
So that was a huge accomplishment for you, dude. I know for sure,
Oh,
man.
yeah,
That's incredible.
absolutely.
So Frank Sinatra had such a distinct technical approach from like his phrasing to like
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess you could say breath control. And we're talking
Oh,
singer
absolutely.
talk here, I guess you could say. Um,
Mm.
so how much of your performance do you think is like is his voice like a natural fit for your voice, or is it something that you had to work at, or did it just become natural? Is what I'm trying to say.
Uh, well, for me, I have a very similar voice to Frank Sinatra, so I
Right.
kinda fell into it.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
like,
cool, man.
it
That's so cool.
and you had mentioned breath control.
Yeah.
He actually learned how to hold out phrases so long because
For sure.
he was being mentored at the time, he was being mentored by Tommy Dorsey, of very
Mhm.
famous trombonist, and
Right.
for me, I kind of mimicked that same sort of breath control, technique because I also not only am I a singer, I'm also, a multi-instrumentalist. I play a lot of
Mhm.
instruments, like, guitar,
Right.
keys, bass. Uh, in middle school and high school, I played saxophone, French horn, trombone, tuba. Just don't ask me to play the accordion. You don't wanna know why.
I won't. I won't. Oh my lord, dude.
Uh,
Talking on that about you playing multiple instruments. I mean,
yeah,
I've played with, he's a part of the Infinity E tribute band. I've played with you guys many, many times, festival shows, and beyond. Um, Chris is always back there and he's playing like two or three things. I mean, he's got a hand here and a hand here and guitar here, and he's singing. It's crazy. So, but you perform with Infinity E. Uh,
oh, yeah.
how does the energy for you and your vocal style change for you when you're playing with like the full band and playing all the instruments compared to just standing on stage and singing as Frank Sinatra? I know it's a big difference.
Oh, huge difference. Because
Yeah.
when I'm with Infinity, I'm
Right.
back there. I've got a clearly defined role. I've got 8 different keyboards.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm driving the spaceship Enterprise. Like I got so much stuff going on back there. It just keeps me focused in on that particular performance.
For sure. For sure.
Then I go out in front of the mic as Frank Sinatra, and it's a whole different thing. Like, I'm focused on specific movements, like little flicks of the wrist,
Yeah.
like, what was his phrasing on this particular song? And sometimes I'll even base it off a certain performance, uh, like, My Way, for example, he would I wanna do it like in the studio version, or would I wanna do it like he did in Madison Square Garden in 1975?
Right.
Every tribute artist goes through the exact same thing. Do I do it like this,
Oh,
or do I
absolutely.
like this? It just depends on my mood for that particular day.
True, true.
Yeah.
Speaking of playing with Infinity E, Frank
Mhm.
Sinatra tribute, you
Yep.
also do shows just as Chris.
I do, yeah. I
And
you
I
know, I
will throw this out there. I came and surprised you one time. I did and watched
sure
your show, and
did.
it's
You really
incredible.
did.
It's incredible. So getting on stage and playing. We've talked about playing with the band, and then performing as Frank Sinatra, and then going out and performing as yourself. They're all three total different. It's
Oh,
different, all three.
absolutely. Yeah.
So for you, singing as yourself
Mhm.
and doing shows on your own, not just physically doing a strict tribute, what would
Right.
be your favorite genre of music to perform just being Chris? Because I know you do a
Oh,
wide variety because I've seen it.
I do, yep, yep. Uh, man, it's like you're asking me who my favorite child is.
I know it's hard.
Oh,
It's
goodness.
hard. I
If I
know.
if I if I had to pick a genre just as myself,
Mhm.
I gotta go classic rock, man. It
Classic rock, okay.
it it translates so well across everywhere,
Yeah,
all ages, like,
that's true.
everything.
That's true.
Plus, they're playing it in grocery stores now, I'm like, "Hey, they're playing my song."
Oh my lord. I'll tell the viewers watching that there's a song that when I went to Chris's show, it was actually at a restaurant and he started singing it and I was like, I love this song. I've got to learn this song. And then Chris and I had the opportunity to sing it together. And it's a Blake Shelton and Trace, is it Trace Atkins? Am I right about Tracy
Trace
Lawrence or
Atkins,
something?
yeah.
Trace Atkins, yeah. And it's called Hillbilly Bone. That's a song, bro.
Oh, yeah. That's
That's a great
one heck
song.
of a song.
It's a great song, dude. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy that song.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
I'm addicted to it because of you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So Sinatra was known for like his swagger as
Oh,
much as
yeah.
he was for singing. So for
Mhm.
you, what is the most important non-musical element to get right? Whether it's the suit, the movement, or the way you talk to the audience to truly make them feel like they're seeing Frank.
Ooh, I would have to say the one thing you really need to nail is being able to talk and ad lib. Like, if you can't improvise, how are you like, how are you gonna expect to handle a heckler in row
Yeah,
C?
true. True. I got you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually had an experience with, with that kinda stuff, but I think we might save that for later on in the show.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. That sounds good. So, of course, even an Elvis tribute artist would even get this question, and I know this is going to be a hard question, but
Oh, boy.
everyone has their favorites. But for you personally, if you could only perform one song from Frank Sinatra's catalog, what would it be, and what is the reason why?
Oh. Ooh.
I know it's a hard one.
I know a lot of people are gonna expect me to say "My Way"
Of course.
because of all the different reasons. I'm going with New York, New York.
Okay. Now, what's your reason why?
Well, it was really one of his biggest hits after My Way, later on in his years when he was, like, approaching, like, 60, 70 years old.
Hmm.
So there's some historical significance there, but also, I'm not sure if anyone here knows this, but I'm originally from New York, and I'm a Yankees fan, and after every Yankees game win, they they
That's
end
funny.
every game with that song,
Yep.
and there's a cultural significance to it, which I am absolutely all for.
That's cool, man. That's a good explanation for that. It's a great song, and
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure a lot of people probably thought you would say "My Way," but it's such a great song. And Frank
Mhm.
had so many great songs. It's crazy.
Oh,
It's insane.
absolutely, yeah.
So I got one more quick question for you. I didn't have this one written down, but it popped in my head. I got
Yep.
one more question for you, and then we're gonna get your take about the question of the day. I don't know if you saw that while ago, but we're gonna get your
I
take on
did,
that in a
yeah.
second. But I got one more question for you. So for the viewers that are watching,
Mhm,
outside of playing in the Affinity E tribute band, paying
mhm,
tribute to Frank Sinatra, doing your own
right.
thing, what is something about Chris that might be interesting for them to know about you outside of all that?
Ooh, oh, okay, something a little personal about me. Oh,
You don't
All
have to
right.
answer if you don't want to answer.
Oh no, I'll answer the question.
Okay, cool.
Uh okay. Well, a lot of people probably know this about me already, but for those who don't, I am a I am a huge goer of Disney parks. I love going to I love it. I'm an annual pass holder.
Lucky dog.
Eh,
Sometimes I wish I lived in Florida for that perk.
well, you don't have to live in Florida to have that perk.
I
You can
know, but
pay
it's a lot
for
cheaper
annual
if you
pass.
do.
This is very true.
It's very true. No, that is true. Chris, and Taylor, they love the Disney parks. Cassie and I go to all the time. That's one thing that kind of really hit our friendship. Was Disney, and that's kind of
Oh
crazy. I
yeah,
don't know if it's crazy to say, but it is something that really hit off our friendship, and we talk about that all the stuff.
absolutely.
Man, there's
Yeah.
so much new stuff coming to Disney World, man.
I
It's gonna be
know,
crazy.
right?
It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. I can't wait for it. All right,
Yeah.
Chris. Now, the question of the day, I'm going to put it back on the screen so you can see it again. If you
Okay.
could tour anywhere in the world, where would you go? Now, don't give me your answer yet. I want
Okay.
to go back and let's look at some of these people's comments. I
Yeah,
want to
let's.
see what some of their answers were. Let's see if I can find them. Okay, here we go. I'm going to throw a couple of them up there. Well,
Okay.
of course, my wife would say Paris.
Of course.
Mona, I love you. Thanks for tuning in. She said Australia. There's your beautiful lady. She says
Oh,
Italy.
yes. Oh, of course,
Italy.
Italy.
Oh, Matthew Grubb, thank you, man. I would tour anywhere that Austin goes.
Oh, well, isn't that nice?
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, Chris, what's your answer?
Well, you know this. Happy wife, happy life. I gotta say Italy.
That's my man. You smart man.
I try. I
Oh,
try.
I love it. Italy. Now, is there a reason? Do you know if there's a reason why Taylor is saying Italy? Is there a reason why?
Uh, I don't know about her, but for me, there's some ancestral stuff because I'm also Italian on top of being a New
Correct.
Yorker by birth.
Correct. Yep.
But here's something not a lot of people know about me either. Little bonus for you guys.
I
Uh,
like bonus features.
there's there's a little there's a town on the island of Sicily, which is Patti. So somewhere in Sicily, I'm named after a city.
That is cool. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, yeah,
That's interesting.
I didn't figure this out until about a year or two ago. I was
Right.
looking I was at my mom's house and we were looking at something in her office and she has a map of Sicily up there. I'm like, "Oh, cool. I
Yeah.
can see where I'm from." Then I see my name. I'm like, "Holy cow."
That's crazy, dude. We learn
Oh, yeah.
something new every day. That's
Yeah,
insane.
you really do.
That's crazy, bro.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
dude, look, man, I'm glad that you were able to come on here with me today, and I've
Oh, yeah.
kind of had Chris on the show before, but it was a while ago, and it was kind of like spontaneous. It was around Christmas time, but I've never
Yeah.
really got to get you on here and just kind of talk one on one. But man, I really appreciate you coming on here and chatting with me, and folks, listen, he's not done yet. We're going to get back on later in the show. We're going to get the viewers to ask them both guys some questions. We got a game we're
Oh,
going to play. That's going to be very interesting.
oh, I'm excited for that game.
I think Chris has been preparing for the game all day. Oh my lord. Well, bro, look, man, I'm glad that you got to come on and spend a little time with me. And I'm gonna say bye for now, but we'll get you back on in just a little bit.
All right, we'll see you guys in a few.
All right, brother. All right, folks, give it up for Chris Patti. Make some noise for him. I'm gonna put his Facebook page back on the. There we go. Follow him on Facebook, Chris Patti, the Music Man, and that is legit right there. He is the Music Man, as you can tell. He does many of different things, and is an amazing talent. He really is. So go follow him on social media. I know he would appreciate that very, very much. And I hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. Don't forget to like, comment, and share on Facebook. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. We really appreciate that very, very much. Well, folks, look, don't change that channel. It's time for a quick, short commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to get our good friend Eddie Stevens on here and talk about him as a musician, a sound engineer, a show producer. We might even talk about Wheel of Fortune. You guys gotta stay tuned for that. But Eddie Stevens is gonna come at you next. Don't change that channel. We'll be back with What's Up with Austin in just a flash.
Hello, everybody. I'm Don Jonathan, and crap. Hello, everybody. I'm Don Jonathan, and consider yourself lucky to have landed on this YouTube page. This is my YouTube channel. This is my YouTube channel trailer. So feel free to smash like and ring my bell so that you get any notification of any video uploads that I do. I'm going to stream on here, and I'm mostly going to do horror gaming, but there are vlogs and videos of me doing covers of other songs and such. So yeah. Until next time, everybody have a good one. Bye. Bye.
Well, there he was, Don Jonathan. It seems like every week he interrupts the program. I don't know. Talk about his YouTube channel. Well, go subscribe to it, Don Jonathan. If you've never checked him out, man, go see it. He does a lot of great videos, and he's very funny. He's very funny. Don Jonathan's a great guy. He really is. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, the next guest that we're going to get on the show is another good friend of mine, and I'm excited to have him on the show, and I think this interview is going to be very good. If you don't know Eddie, as well as me and Chris knows Eddie, he's a funny guy. He's a great guy, and I think he's gonna add a little comedy, I think, to the show tonight. So I'm excited about that. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. So without further ado, let's get him on the screen right now. Eddie Stevens, what's happening, brother?
Estoy muy bien. Gracias por tenerme esta tarde con usted. Wait. Oh, I hit the ESP button. My bad. Some of us are old enough to remember the ESP buttons on remote controls.
Oh my God.
I could hit it. That? I could hit it again if you want, bro. We could do this all day.
Oh my Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, put some hearts and likes on the screen for Eddie. Come on, man. Oh my Lord.
Had to get you.
But bro, how's life been? What's been going on? How you been doing? Busy, I know.
I mean, busy is good, right? Busy is blessed is what we say. And with one of our mutual friends, Cody Dayonath, who I know was mentioned earlier, you know, we're always out doing stuff. This is a little lull in our schedule as a tour group, which is great because it allows me to do stuff here with the business at home in Los Angeles. And he's doing some other great gigs. He's going to be in Branson this weekend and so on and so forth, kind of regroup. And my family gets to be reminded of what I look like because they seem to forget when I'm gone for so long. But, you know, I'll be home for the rest through May. And then we go back out again at the end of May and start the next huge run of what we're going to do. But it's a good thing to have all of this stuff in the calendar and know that I'll be able to provide for my wife and my girls. And that's what's the most important thing.
That's right, brother. That is so true. So true. So let's hop into this interview, man. I got some very interesting questions that I don't think you and I, some we've maybe talked about before, but some we haven't. And I want to know. So
for the record, everybody, I don't know what these questions are. He doesn't tell us.
I don't tell him.
We're really learning this together.
So you're, as I mentioned, you're a bass player. You play multiple, instruments. You're a singer. You're a sound engineer. You produce shows. The list just goes on and on and on and on and on. So when you're on tour, how do you switch? Like, I guess you'd call it your mental gears. I guess that's what you want to call it, between being the one making the music on the stage to the one being responsible for the technical part of it.
Well, I don't think that I flip a switch. I believe that they're actually very much intertwined, which
Okay.
is my special sauce in this business. I do want to give you the Reader's Digest version of kind of how I got back into this,
Yeah,
because
sure.
some of y'all remember I was in EAS, the EAS band back in 2014, 2015, way back when, about 100 pounds ago. And I left the Elvis world for a while, full time anyway. And then I got brought back in. Our good friend Dean Z, him and I have been friends forever and ever and ever. And he had a one off in San Antonio. And his tour manager is also my drummer here in Los Angeles, Eli. And he'd been telling Dean forever, you need to carry your own sound guy, because if you want consistency in your product, you need your own dude. And so they reached out. I talked to Dean about it, and he goes, "Yeah, come on through, bro. Let's do San Antonio, see what happens." I was like, "Cool." So I just went into the thing, but because I know the music so well as a bass player or as a Jerry Chef tribute artist, um, it afforded me the opportunity to mix it the way it should be mixed, right? Like knowing when the guitar solo is coming, so my fingers on that fader, knowing when the flute line's coming in for trilogy, so I'm ready with that. Whatever it is, knowing when to kick on the slapback delay on your voice versus the reverb and how much of each. That's all because I know the music so well. And then in January of 24, I won't give all the details because it's kind of a messed up story, but I didn't really know Cody Deonath that well. I knew of him, but we just hadn't really crossed paths. And they were in need of a new sound guy at the time, unbeknownst to anybody. They didn't really put it out there. And I was going to be in town in Myrtle Beach, your state of South Carolina, to do the Carolina Opry with Dean the same weekend that they had the Myrtle Beach Elvis Festival.
Right.
And so when I found out they didn't really have a sound guy, I was like, well, why don't you bring me in a couple days earlier? Then I was going to be there, and I'll come dial it up and, see, and just give me a little scratch, and we're cool. And
Yeah.
I went in and did my thing. And from what I understand, it was night and day. I mean, obviously I wasn't there before, so I don't know, but that's all attributed to knowing, as a bass player, knowing the music backwards and front. When I do shows out here in California, I'm not just the bass player, I'm also the music director. So I have to direct the band. We have I'm using my in-ears right now. I could communicate to them through our in-ear monitors, say, hey, we're going back to the chorus, or hey, I don't know what he's doing, just watch him. In the Elvis world, that's a common thing. Letting the horns know, hey, I know your chart doesn't say this, but we're going to the chorus, find it. Because we got to follow the Elvis at the end of the day.
Correct.
You as an ETA, you need to be able to be up front and do your thing. And just like in the real Elvis days where they followed Elvis, we got to follow. So it all intertwines, man. So I don't really change gears so much. I use them in tandem, if that makes sense.
Gotcha. Awesome. And I'm going to throw this out there because I always tell Eddie this all the time. We were talking about it before we went live, but anytime that I'm performing with ETA festivals or doing shows with Cody or whatever, I walk in to do sound check. I'm on stage probably less than 30 seconds, and I'll start singing and I go, I'm good. The guy knows his stuff. And he's not lying. He knows his stuff. And it makes our life a whole lot easier.
Well, that's my goal, man. I want you to be comfortable because I want you to do your show. I don't want you to have to worry about carrying the band, carrying the sound, carrying the room, whatever it is. I want you to be in that showtime. I want you to be as close to Elvis as you can be without being distracted by anything that I'm in control of, which is usually the audio.
Right. But dude, you're amazing at it. And every time I tell you that, I mean it from the bottom of my heart, dude. You are. It's unreal.
You're not one to lie,
my
my
life
friend, so I'll take it. I'll take it. And if your life is easier, that means Cass's life is easier. So win-win situation.
That's right, bro. That's true statement.
I'm looking out for my girl. I got you.
That's right. Eddie got. So I'm going to tell this story real quick, and then we'll get back into the interview because it just made me think of something. So when Cassie and I got married back on October 18th, we flew out the next day to California, which is where Eddie is from, and we fly to for some reason we fly from South Carolina all the way up to like Baltimore Airport for a layover and all that stuff. So we're walking and we're eating, and all of a sudden I start seeing people that I know, and I saw like Jody McDowell. I saw a couple other people, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, Cody had a show in this area like the night before. And I was like, oh my God. So then we go to the gate, we're sitting there, and then all of a sudden, here comes Eddie. And he's on, and I'm going, oh my God, And I'm like, there's no way he's on this same flight. And he was, and it was so great because we got to fly and we got to talk, we got to hang out, we had a good time. And he gave me the ropes of Long Beach Airport, which is so amazing. So amazing.
If you don't know, now you know. It's the number 2 rated airport in the country.
It's so amazing. So if you ever go to Cali, fly into Long Beach if you can. If you can.
Yes, please. If you fly Southwest Airlines, especially because they have 8 out of the 11. There's only 11 gates at this airport. They're all linear, and 8 of the 11 are Southwest. So fly Southwest just to fly to Long Beach. Don't do LAX.
Yep. So that happened on that flight, and he got Cassidy addicted to the plantain chips.
You bet your bottom dollar I did. She's like, I don't know what that is. I'm not gonna eat that. And I'm like, girl, give it a shot. And now I understand she's buying like huge bags at Costco every other week. So we're good.
Absolutely. She is. So thank you.
Love you, Cass.
She loves them. All right. So we were talking about you play multiple instruments, play bass, you sing. So is there like, and there might be, there might not, I'm just curious, is there a secret to like when you're up there and you're playing bass and you're singing as well? Is there a secret to maintain to do both at the same time without screwing the other one up? Does that make sense what I'm trying to say?
It makes perfect sense. And if I'm being completely complacent in my performing career, that was probably the hardest skill to learn, was how to play bass and make it feel good, but be able to sing at the same time, especially when the rhythms are like not in sync with each other, which is kind of a technical thing where, the rhythm I'm singing from with my mouth versus what I'm playing with my hands is completely different.
Exactly.
That could be tough. And obviously bass is number 1 always, because if the bassist doesn't sound good and feel good, the whole band falls apart. I don't care what the drummer tells you. Sorry, Daniel Dossie. That's my lightning. We're thunder and lightning. It's an inside thing. But yeah, I mean, vocally, I do out of necessity, not desire. I don't mind helping out in that manner. I don't consider myself a singer. I consider myself a team player. And if that means throwing some backgrounds in there, I'm going to do it. And, when I do a job with Chris Patti, who you just had on a couple minutes ago, we're usually fighting over this part, the old JD Sumner thing. So, and not fighting, it's all love. But, we're both used to doing that part, him with Infinite E and me out in California, or if I'm doing an ETA independently. I usually do Charlie Hodge and JD Sumner. Yeah, that's usually my lane, which also happens to be a lot of his lane. So, traffic jam.
Boom boom. Let's talk about the Elvis Show SoCal. Did I say that right? Elvis Show SoCal? That's it.
Yeah, I mean you're putting the acento in the wrong spot. Elvis Show SoCal is how I would say it. Okay, but you're East Coast and West Coast, tomato.
Different. So let's talk about that. What is that? I know it's a production company that you produce. What do you got anything coming up with it? And how did that come about?
So this is a love story for me to tell.
Okay.
When you think of the Elvis world, as it were, you don't think of California very often. You don't think of the West Coast as being a plethora for Elvis tribute artists and shows and being fruitful in that nature. I've been an Elvis fan since 1987, so you weren't even thought of yet, Austin.
No.
And I won't even tell the whole story unless you ask about it later, but basically I was 4 years old and it kind of grew, and there was this little clique that we would go and see Elvis shows as a group together all the time, and then that kind of fizzled in the mid-90s. And then after that, I really felt alone out here. I didn't know anybody else really like me that was such a huge Elvis fan outside of me and my dad. And truth be told, I didn't know the Elvis world existed until 2008, which is terrible to admit. But that was because nothing reached to the West Coast, right? Back in 2008, which is also the year I got married, I was on a game show called Catch 21 on the Game Show Network, and I won a little bit of money on that. And I told the missus, I says, next year we are going to Graceland, and I just need to see the house. And the game show money's paying for it, so we're not losing money. And as I began to research, let me see what tour prices are. Let me go on the Graceland website. They were advertising something called Elvis Week. And I was like, what the is this? And I started researching because, again, I didn't know about it. And the only other real tribute artist I knew of at the time was Donnie Edwards and Trent Carlini. And that was because of, I don't know if you remember this on ABC in 2007 in the summer, they did a thing called America's Next Best Thing. It lasted one season. I believe Trent won that, and it came down to Trent and Donnie. Rest in peace, Trent Carlini, a Vegas legend in this game. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute, Elvis Week, what is this? And I started looking, and I started to see there's competition, there's concerts. Some of Elvis's original members were going to be there, Glenn D. Harden, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wait, there's more people like me out there? I was oblivious.
I did the same thing, so
100% oblivious. And so my first year was 2000. And I told the wife, I said, okay, we're going to Elvis Week. If I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. Now, of course, I didn't know what August in Memphis was like. So, live and learn. But, and we're all referring to thunderstorms and mugginess. But I got to go. That was the year that Bill Cherry won.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to experience Elvis with other people that were like me, man.
That's right.
And I was like, I'm not alone. So I was like, this is cool. And then, but I kept thinking about, but there's nothing in California.
Yeah.
And there really wasn't at that time. I mean, there's a few local guys, and especially back then, there really wasn't very many local guys. And so I said, you know what? I got to do something. And I worked with a venue that I still perform at to this day who wanted to try something different. My first show was September of 2012. My two headliners, one you would know, one you probably wouldn't. The jumpsuit era concert years was Chris Luna, who was a local guy who doesn't really do Elvis anymore. And my younger Elvis was Travis Allen.
Okay.
Who does All Shook Up in Vegas. I've known Travis a very long time. And that was my first show. And it was, ironically, in Southern California, it was a hot, muggy day. Go figure. So attendance wasn't great. But I saw a spark. And I says, I can do this. I can keep going. And so the next year in 2013, I did another show. And then 2014, I started the Spring Fling with the King. So I could do 2 shows a year. And that was actually Jacob Roman, your best friend, was in that.
Yeah.
Because I met him as a teenager at the Honeymoon Hideaway in Palm Springs when he just came as a fan with his family. Great kid. I mean, he's a grown man now, of course. But back then he was a kid, And I was able to bring him in and do these shows, and I was able to, give him shows with live bands, which was really cool, And it just grew. And then I started bringing Ultimates out, where I had like Dwight Eisenhower came out, Justin Shandor I had a handful of times, Victor Trevino, who's now an Ultimate, wasn't an Ultimate then, but I think he took second in 2012, so he was already like pretty way up there, And it's grown and grown and grown. I've had Dean Z out here a few times. I've had Cody Danath quite a bit, which leads into the next show. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would love to come to Los Angeles, we would love to have you. July 25th, 2 Kings, 1 in concert. We're going to have Cody Deonath and Victor Trevino with a full band, including horn section, which also is going to include Walt Johnson, who was Elvis's lead trumpet player in the 70s.
That's cool.
And is a friend of mine. And any show that I have, I have a horn section, he's on it. And we always do It's Now or Never, the 77 version, with that big mariachi trumpet solo in there, and he still nails it like it was yesterday.
That's awesome.
So if you want to see some cool stuff and hear some great stuff and hear one of the guys that was there with Elvis playing with us, which is an honor every time, July 25th, it's ElvisShowSoCal.com, and tickets are on sale now. I won't say they're going fast. I'll say the good seats are going quickly, so definitely get what you can get as soon as possible. But LA is a great destination. You can go to Disneyland with your Disney self, Mr. Irby, which is not far from Long Beach Airport.
Nope.
And you can the show's not far from LAX, so it doesn't matter what airport you're going to fly into. We have great opportunities. So ElvisShowSoCal.com. Sorry, that was a long-winded answer, but I love talking about it.
No, that's good, man. I'm glad you did it, man. And I know it's going to be a great show. I mean, my gosh, that's 2 great performers right there, dude. So I encourage everybody, if you're in the area, or hey, just take a trip to California. Why not?
I mean, what's wrong with LA in the summer? It's going to be a lot drier than Memphis. I'll tell you that.
That's true. Oh my gosh, that is so true. So I was reading something the other day, and correct me if I'm wrong. I do a little research about my guest and try to learn some stuff and talk about stuff that I might not know about, because I've known you and Chris for a long time. So
Did
I
you
saw
read it in
something.
English or in Spanish?
I read it in English.
Okay, good. So then it's not too bad. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yes, I read something about Jennifer Lopez, Bo
Mm-hmm.
Diddley.
Mm-hmm.
What's the story with that?
So I'll go in reverse order of how you mentioned it. Bo Diddley, when he was still alive, God rest his soul. I knew his daughter for a while, who was a drummer.
Okay.
And I don't know if this chain of music stores made it out to the East Coast ever at all. We only had one out here, and it was called Mars Music. And we loved Mars Music. It was like a Guitar Center without being Guitar Center.
Okay. Yeah.
And we loved Mars because there was no pressure. You know, Guitar Centers are always looking at you funny and weird stuff. Mars was cool, and his daughter was there as a drum instructor / sales rep, and they were gonna have Bo come in and do a little show on the little stage in the middle of the floor, and they needed a bass player, and I was like, I'll do it, and so that's how I got to play with Bo Diddley. And then the Jennifer Lopez thing, the J-Lo thing, which was not a great experience, by the way. My friend at the time was the guitar tech in the camp there, and he was going out with another artist named Mark Anthony, who you may have heard of before, who was also married to Jennifer Lopez at one time, and he needed a sub, and so I subbed for him in that camp for a very brief time. So that is the Jennifer Lopez story. But to this day, her producer is a very close dear friend of mine, Bryant Siono. Shout out to my man B. So she's actually, I don't know exactly where his studio is, and probably for good reason, but I know it's not far from me. And she goes to his studio all the time to record and work on tracks. So she's actually in my neighborhood all the time.
That's cool. Well, is there anyone else that I may have missed that you've played with before, or anything?
I played with a guy named Austin Irby once. That guy was pretty
I don't know
cool.
that guy.
Yeah, who does?
It must have been cool. I don't know that guy.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah.
Nah, man, I've got a Filipino resume a mile long. So if you're Pinoy, you would know a lot of those people, but you're not, so you probably don't. I don't really, I could tell you all day a list of names of people that I've gotten to work with, both audio wise and playing wise, more on the audio side, I think. But at the end of the day, it's all a gig, I'll never understand why people get uppity sometimes about, well, I'm the artist and you're just a tech or whatever it is. At the end of the day, we're all in the same gig. And as long as the check clears and I can take care of my family, bro, I don't care who's on stage. I'm going to give you 110% no matter who you are. And that's a lesson I had to learn the hard way. We're all numbskulls when we're young, but in my old age of 43, I learned the lessons, and you got to give everybody 110% because you never know who's listening.
That's right, bro. You never know who's listening or watching. That's a true statement.
That's right.
So true. So you mentioned something about a game show a while ago, and I want to talk about this, but the viewers that are watching, some may know, some may not know, but Eddie was on Wheel of Fortune, and that, from what he has told me, was a really cool experience. So tell us how the Wheel of Fortune thing came about, how was the show, and what was the outcome?
Oh, 3-part question. Well, you get a 3-part answer. This was during the pandemic, and honestly, I think that's probably the only reason why I got the gig. And they were looking for, because they film in LA, of course. They film actually at Paramount Studios, which is very well known in the Elvis world. If you watch That's the Way It Is, I got to go through those exact gates from That's the Way It Is, by the way. That's cool. At 4:30 in the morning, but no less. It was fine. And they were looking for people within a day's drive of the studio. So basically no further than Phoenix, which is about 6 hours away to the east, but preferably Southern Cal, because they thought it was a way to keep like a bubble. If you remember that term, keep staying within your bubble. So that, and it was during, I first applied August of 2020. I did my virtual auditions September of 2020, and I filmed in October of 2020, which was, if you remember, which you may or may not, that was like a lull in cases for a while. It was before Omicron really kicked in high gear. And at first they asked me to be an alternate, which I couldn't, which you have to go, but you're not guaranteed to get on that day. If you were an alternate, though, you get paid for the day to be there, whatever union rate was, and you would be guaranteed a date at a later day. I couldn't go on the particular day they wanted me to be an alternate. So I was like, man, I guess that was my chance. And then like the next day I got an email with a film date. So they definitely liked me. It was different than normal, of course, because it was during the pandemic. So they had a lot of COVID rules. Usually you would go, once you filmed your episode, you left. But in this case, we had to all stay and be the audience. So the audience noise that you heard on that week of episodes was all of us contestants. We filmed six episodes in one day is what we filmed. And I'm sure it took a lot longer than it usually does because of all the COVID pauses and cleanings and sanitizations. But it was a great experience, not only because Pat Sajak was still the host, Pat and Vanna, and everything you would hear Pat say, by the way, on TV or what have you, that's really him off the dome. That's not scripted. Wow. Which is great. But that's just attributed to him being an OG and having done it for 40 some years.
For sure.
Vanna White, sweet as can be, from North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Sweet as can be. Loved her to death. We didn't get to really interact too much, but she did address all of us. I got to meet the voiceover announcer that you hear all the time, and he actually snuck me into the tech booth because he found out I was a tech and showed me where they do audio, video, and lighting all in this one booth. So that was cool to watch that happen. There's lots of great behind the scenes stuff about that show, but I had a great time. It was me and two other ladies. I still have the episode. I can send you the drive link later, Austin. From what I understand, they rerun my episode quite a bit. Every once in a while, I get a text saying, "Hey, I'm watching you on TV right now," including Stephanie Z, Dean's wife, who texted me randomly one time. She was getting her nails done, and in the nail shop, they must have had the Game Show Network on, and there was my face.
That's crazy.
It aired January 26th of 2021. And because I missed one puzzle, I came in second place. I'm still friends with the girl who won, so no malice. She's actually super sweet. I won about 10 grand in cash. I won a 7-day all-inclusive trip to Mexico Bahamas, that I actually turned down just because we couldn't take the kids. And my better half said, if we don't take the kids, we don't go. And then I won a gift card to Dick's Sporting Goods, which I don't really play sports, so I just wasted it on a bunch of stuff. I had Dodgers jerseys. Go Dodgers, Chris Patti. 5th inning. We could talk about that when he comes on screen. Okay. But anyway, and I would love to do it again, but they make you sign a thing saying that you can never do it again unless they call you, which they never do. But Austin, if you can get on, dude, fly to Long Beach Airport, come to the show. I don't know what it's like with Ryan Seacrest now. I haven't really watched, but I grew up watching that show, man. And I grew up watching it with Pat Sajak and Vanna White. Another cool tidbit was the Wheel of Fortune set is right across an alleyway from the Jeopardy set. The studios are literally right next to each other.
Wow.
So when we arrived, they housed us in the Jeopardy set. So I got to see that firsthand. Cool. And then we found out they alternate weeks. So one week they'll film a bunch of Wheel of Fortune. The next week they'll film a bunch of Jeopardy. It's the same production crew. Everybody's exactly the same except for the on-screen talent. Everybody else is the same tech crew, same producers, everything, and they just hop the alley. So that was really cool. Alex Trebek was still alive at the time. He passed away actually shortly after I filmed that. But that was an amazing experience, man. I would love to do it again if it ever presented itself.
That's cool, man. That is so cool. I who knows? I may do it one day. Who knows?
You should.
I would lose.
And the commercial no, you'd be great, man. The commercial they ran all day, by the way, nationally, was all me and Pat. The girls weren't even a part of the commercial, which is crazy. And they made it Elvis-y, if you will, because I have my big hair, as you can see.
Absolutely.
And it's real. We talked about that earlier.
Yeah, talked about that earlier.
But yeah, it was I said thank you very much in there at some point. They made that a part of the commercial. I could send you that too. I could text you that video, but it was a cool little 15-second ad that was running nationally all day.
Yeah,
that day.
That's cool.
So it was good. It was good for the Elvis world to have a decent representative on national television representing the Elvis world.
That's cool, man. That is so cool. Well, dude, man, look, I've enjoyed having you on the show and chatting and getting to know more about you. But before I get you off the screen, and no, he's not done. He's going to come back in a little bit. Him and Chris, we got something really cool that's going to happen. I think it's going to be hilarious. I think it's going to be good. It's going to be a fun game. I think it's going to be good.
We'll see.
So Here's the question of the day again, and I want to get your answer. If you could tour anywhere in the world, where would you go? Now, before you answer, let's check a few more of the comments and see what everybody else had to say. We checked a few earlier. Let's check a few more. Let's see. All right, we know earlier somebody said Italy. Somebody said wherever Austin goes. Whatever.
I'll go there.
We had somebody else that said Italy. I don't know if we put this one on the screen a while ago. Iceland.
Nice.
I think somebody said Vancouver. Did somebody say Vancouver? Vancouver.
Beautiful.
That's cool. All right.
Say hey to the Cadillac Kings while you're up there.
What would your answer be?
One of your commenters said it earlier, and this is not even a second thought. Australia. And I'll tell you why, and it has nothing to do with Elvis. I hope Elvis takes me there, because Elvis has taken me everywhere else around the world. God bless him. Growing up, especially with my generation, Steve Irwin was a hero. I know so much about animals and wildlife because of that man. And I've seen every bit of television and YouTube that man has out there. I feel like I know Bindi and Robert, his kids, just from watching them grow, from Baby Bob and Bindi, just watching them. I remember I was on a USO tour in Bagram, Afghanistan in late August 2006 when he died, because in the mess hall, they only had like a news network on the big TV in the mess hall. And it was the huge headline that Steve Irwin had died. And it crushed me, man. I'm in the middle of a war zone trying to bring morale to our troops doing a USO tour. If you don't know what a USO tour is, Bob Hope was famous for making it a thing where musicians go overseas to war areas to bring morale to the guys so they don't think they're forgotten, which I would do again in a heartbeat any day of the week. But I was in Bagram, Afghanistan in 2006 when stuff, I was going to say the S word, when stuff was pretty crazy. And I saw that headline and it crushed me. Because that meant I was never going to get to meet him, which is a terrible feeling. Just like we never got to meet Elvis, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Like he's in that top 5 category for me, for sure.
Yeah.
I have put the missus on notice. At some point, we are going, whether it's because I'm working or not. I don't care if the kids go or not. I don't care if they're grown and we go on our own, or if we take my kids sometime now. They're 14 and 7, my 2 little girls. But we're going to Australia Zoo, and if she don't want to go, I'll go by myself. I am going. I have to see that zoo.
That's cool, man.
I have to see the Crocs. I have to meet Bindi and Bob if I can, and Wes, his best mate, and I mean, I feel like I know the family, dude. That's what Steve Irwin gave to me. Outside of a plethora of knowledge. So hands down, Australia. And I believe that's Brisbane, if I'm not mistaken.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I would love to go to Australia too, man. That's like on my bucket list too,
Let's
bro.
go together. Just me and you. Let's make it a road trip.
Let's do it, bro. I'm down. Let's do it.
We'll bring back plantain chips. Cass will be happy. It's fine. Don't worry. Except they're going to bend the other way because it's going to come from the other hemisphere. I don't know.
Yeah, it's possible. I don't know. That'd be fun, man. Well, dude, man, I've had a blast having you on the show and getting to chat and learn some stuff about you that I didn't know. But man, it's been great. And we got something really cool that's going to happen in just a little bit. We got a game. Are you ready for it? I think Chris is.
I mean, I've been on 2 game shows, bro. What do you think?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're ready. Well, dude, man, it's been great chatting with you. And we're going to get you back on in just a few.
All right, brother.
All right, brother. Give it up for Eddie Stevens. Come on, put some hearts and likes on the screen for me, and go on Facebook, Elvis Show SoCal. Elvis Show SoCal. Am I saying that right? Slow down. Go follow that, man. He's a great guy. Always awesome to hang with and just a great person. So put some hearts and stuff on the screen for Eddie. I know we'd appreciate it very, very much. Thank you guys for hanging in with us and tuning in. I wanted to go back. I got a text message, and I know I'm pausing the show for a minute. But I had somebody write me and say, go check a comment. So I'm going to scroll through these really fast. There's one of them. Somebody, Cindy, need to come back to Pelzer. Well, my answer to you to that, Cindy Hester, if you're still watching, call Middletown Players and let them know. But I will say we're going to be releasing here soon. We're going to be somewhere near the area in September. So keep your eye out for that. Yes, we're going to be at the Belton Depot on June the 11th. Yes, we're going to be there. I don't know if that's open to the public, Wanda. I have no idea. I have not found out, but I can find out unless you know already. I do not know. But we'd love to see you there. If you guys can come out, we'd love to have you guys there. But let Milltown players know that you guys want me to come back to Pelzer. Just let them know, and I'll come back whenever they want me to. I'd love to come back. It's a great place. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And then when we come back, we're going to do a game that's I have never done before and has never been played on this show. And it's called Tours and Travelers, True or False. And I'm going to leave it at that. And you guys are going to get to know about that. We're going to get Eddie and Chris on the screen, and we're going to play the game and have some fun. So don't change that channel. Call your friends. Tell them to come on. Tune in. We got probably about another 30 minutes left to go of the show, and it's going to be a lot of fun. You don't want to miss this. It's going to be hysterical. So don't change that channel. We're going to do a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with What's Up with Austin.
Austin Irby, a name synonymous with electrifying entertainment. This multi-talented artist is renowned worldwide for his captivating tribute to the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. Three-time semifinalist in the Ultimate Elvis Tribute Artist competition and named one of the top 10 Elvis tribute artists in the world by Elvis Presley Enterprises, Austin has honed his craft to perfection. His dedication and passion are undeniable. Austin's talents extend far beyond his Elvis tribute. From soulful ballads to high-energy rock and roll, his original music and diverse repertoire will keep you entertained. Experience the magic of live music with Austin Irby. Whether you're an Elvis enthusiast or simply a lover of great entertainment, you won't want to miss this unforgettable show.
Square, can't find a party, use the word and tell. Go, go, go. Lay it on me, Daddy-O. Well, everybody in the wholesale line was in the turn tail, that's right. When we dancing through the tail, that's right. Yeah, we dancing through the tail, that's right. We dancing through the tail, and we're dancing. And then we move to the tail, that's right. Thank you very much.
All right, everybody, we're back with What's Up with Austin, and it's time for a game. We're gonna play a game: Tours and Travelers, True or False. All right. So before we get the guys on the screen, I'm gonna try to give an explanation of how this game goes, and I hope everybody understands, because every time I read it, I feel like I'm getting myself confused. But well, the rules are simple. Each of my guests tonight is going to share one story from their career. It could be a crazy truth that sounds like a movie, or it could be a complete lie they fucked up just for the show tonight. For those of you watching live, I need you to help me judge this, okay? I need you to help me. So listen closely to the details. Once they finish their story, we're going to open up the comments, let you guys comment if you think they're telling the truth or whether they're telling a lie. So I hope Eddie and Chris, I hope they have their poker faces on, because it's time to see who can fool the What's Up with Austin family and maybe fool me, because I know a lot about these two guys. So I don't know. We'll see. But I hope you guys are ready for this, and I hope they're ready for this. And let's get them both back on the screen right now. Chris Patti, let's get him on the screen, Chris, and let's get Eddie back on the screen. Everybody, oh, Eddie got a game face on. Eddie got a game face on. Look at it.
Hold on, real quick. I need to jump in here real quick, Austin. Please allow me.
Go ahead.
I need to give you your flowers real quick, my boy, because that video you just presented of your highlight reel to advertise your services, the bridge over troubled water in the raindrop. I remember that show clearly, and I'm glad that Bill Strauss got the audio from my soundboard for that video, because I gave you a standing ovation from the soundboard when you did that song. That was one of the most emotional bridges I ever heard.
Thank you.
So I'm glad that's in your highlight reel, because well deserved, my boy. I just need to give you your flowers real quick.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. And thank you for making me sound good.
I mean, I'm just a Bob Ross. You know what I'm saying? I just got to paint the painting.
I love it. Oh my gosh. Well, are you guys ready for this? Because this is gonna be interesting. Y'all ready for this?
I know Chris pretty well too, so I wonder if I'm gonna get his right.
So here's how we're gonna do. I'm gonna let Eddie go first, and tell his story, and Chris, I'm even gonna give you the opportunity to vote on this. I'm gonna vote on this. We're gonna get the viewers to vote, and then let Eddie reveal whether he's lying or telling the truth. So Eddie, are you ready?
So basically, we're recreating the show to tell the truth. I'm old enough to remember this show. My dad was a game show fiend.
All right, Eddie, the stage is yours, my friend. After you.
All right, amigos. Well, another part of my eclectic career that I have is I am an ordained minister to do wedding ceremonies, and that started before the pandemic because my wife's cousin wanted me to marry him and his fiance. And then in the pandemic, it actually was a great way for me to make money from my family, because entertainment was, of course, cut until things got back to normal. And one of those days, it was May of 21, if I'm not mistaken, I actually had 2 weddings scheduled in the same day. One was in a city called Norco, California, which is known for smelling like cow dung during the summer because there's a lot of cattle farms. That is no BS. Oh, come on, where's my drum shot? And then a second one down on Coronado Island in San Diego. That was actually a last-minute booking because their officiant got COVID, if you can believe that. And this couple was going to get married on the beach at sunset. So I was under the gun for timing as well. That's a part of the story. And I was in a bronze suit, if you can believe that. And I went, and the couple already had a child. The child is about 3 years old. And the bride was running late, per usual. And the kid was getting cranky. It was past his nap time. And I found out the kid liked wrestling. And a lot of us in our Elvis World Camp like wrestling. There's another tidbit for you. So I started doing things to entertain the kid while we're waiting for his mom to come so we can do the ceremony. So I did the Undertaker eye roll, that thing. And he thought that was the coolest thing ever, And then I did the thing, if you remember when Undertaker would win a match, especially in the early days with the urn, he would go down on one knee and do this thing, right? To Paul Bearer. And so I did that. And as I went down on the knee, I heard... And I looked at the groom and I said, was that me or you? And he goes, and then I felt a breeze. My pants, and if you know slacks at all, you know where the stitches come together right in the groin and then go down the leg. From the groin, down my right leg, down to my knee, ripped clean down the seam. And we're outside, my boy. And here comes the bride on the golf cart as that rips. And I could see my boxers and my leg hairs all out. And I had to go to Walmart to go get a pair of slacks and hold up the wedding to do this. Yeah, that was probably my most embarrassing moment. And then also knowing I had to get down to Coronado with San Diego ASAP to do the second one at sunset, which of course nature waits for nobody. So I was under the gun to get there on time. I barely made it in time for that one. That is going to be my story truth or not the truth?
Wow. Round of applause. Round of applause.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Thank you.
So, okay. So, Chris, do you, I will say this, out of the story, I will give me and you an option here. We can ask him a question and kind of test it to see, whether it's true. Like, do you have a question for him about that story, or did you kind of feel good about it?
Really, just the big question: how long is the drive from Norco to down near San Diego?
From Norco to San Diego. Now, of course, as every LA person will ask you, with or without traffic, because as we also know, that's the factor here. It's not miles; it's time. It would have been between an hour and a half to 2 hours to get from Norco to San Diego on any given day down the 15 freeway. Excuse me, 15 freeway.
Okay.
All right, the viewers watching, if you want to go ahead and start commenting whether you think Eddie's story was the truth or if he was a lie, start making those comments. Chris, I guess we're going to have to give an answer as well. We already got some comments coming in, so we'll let a few of those flow in. So, Chris, I'll tell you what, while we're waiting on a few of the comments come in, do you have your vote? Do you have it figured out? Is it truth or a lie?
Oh, I don't think Eddie would lie about this. I think that's true.
All right, Chris thinks it's true. All right, now I'll give my answer in a second. Here's some of the, all right, there's a true. You convince Gail. My lovely wife says that she thinks it's true. Had a lot of details for the story.
She's eating too many plantain chips. She's not coherent right now.
All right, here comes a bunch more. Here we go. All right. Matthew Grubb says true. Sandra says true. Joe, it can only happen to him. True.
Wait.
That's
No.
Dee.
That's Dee.
Oh, that's Dee. John. It's Dee. I couldn't tell the picture. Yeah. That's Cody Donath's mom.
Meatloaf.
We love you, Dee. All right, here we go. There's several others that say true as well. All right, it's my turn to answer. I have to say that it's a true story. I really felt from the minute that he started that that was true. So I vote true. Almost everybody votes true. Chris says it's true. Eddie, what's your reveal?
Per your parameters that you gave me earlier in our pre-show talk, false.
Yes.
Oh,
because you said I could change one part of the story to make it false.
That's true.
And I did change one part of the story. 98% of that is true, except for the having to go to Walmart to buy slacks and hold up the wedding was not true. So here's how I got around it. The DJ had to have a little setup out there in the outdoor area for the wedding ceremony. And I have a book that I would read out of because I like to be traditional. I don't read out of an iPad or anything. And I kept the book down by my groin, blocking the rip. I walked over to his table, which was way off to the side. I said, please tell me you have some gaff tape in your bag. And he initially said no. And then he said, oh, wait a minute, and busted out a huge roll. If you don't know what gaff tape is, everybody, it's stage tape that we use that holds down our cables but doesn't leave a sticky residue. And so while people are looking and watching and waiting, I am going and taping my shark skin suit. And that material comes in handy here because it doesn't like sticky things. It's repellent to it.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to hold it together. I had to tell the groom, hey, man, I'm going to keep my book down by my groin. When you guys come in to face each other for the ceremony, I want you tight, like you're about to kiss her, so it'll block me. And I'm going to read from down there. Help me out, bro. He goes, I got you. And he took it like a champ. He even gave me an extra tip. He says, here, get your pants fixed. But then I still had to go down to San Diego. And as I'm driving down, the tape is bunching up and pulling on my leg hairs, by the way. And now I have to walk onto a beach that is busy at sunset with a 3-piece suit on, which already looks weird as it is, to go marry this couple. And the photographer, I called ahead of the couple to tell them what had happened. The bride was super sweet. And this is a picture from that. and the photographer got a great shot where you can't see the pants rip, but that was the suit.
Wow.
And that was the sunset wedding that I did secondly. So I did both weddings that day. So
That's
false per parameters, but mostly true.
Yes, that is true. I did tell them that they could tell a true story, but throw the that's how you catch people off. That's good.
Yeah.
I love
Got
that.
him.
That was good, bro. That was good. Oh my gosh.
That
All
was
right.
very good.
You know what? That was so good. I think that Eddie deserves a round of applause. I think he deserves a round of applause. Round of applause right there.
Round of applause, yeah.
All right. Well, Chris, before we get through on this, I want to tell all the viewers right now that if you have any questions that you want to ask Chris and Eddie, start making those comments now, and we'll get to those after we get done with Chris here on his story. But go ahead and start commenting those. And Chris, are you ready?
I'll be honest, I don't know how I'm gonna top this story. By this story, I mean Eddie's story.
The stage is yours, bro. Tell your story.
Follow that.
So, all right. So a couple of years ago, Cody was producing a festival in Scottsdale, Arizona. We got everything set up like per usual, 2-3 hours tops. I go back up to my room. I take a shower. I put on some lounging around clothes. All of a sudden, I hear there's a knock on my door. I'm thinking to myself, who could be knocking at my door at this hour? I didn't think to look through the peephole, and I opened the door, and there's this girl, and she's wearing leather pants. I had no idea she was going to be there. I didn't tell her who I was, what room I'm in, or anything like that. She just showed up. In my head, I'm going, how in the world do I get her away from me? So I think, oh, wait, festival. It finally clicked to me. I'm like, hey, so good to see you. I'll tell you what, I need to go rest. Long weekend coming up. Bye. Shut the door. And she's out. And in my head, I'm like, I need security. Like, I legit need my own security detail at this point. And usually our security guys that we have, Bill Strauss, also videographer, excuse me. Usually we also have Steve Lambeth. The best security I had that weekend was none other than Infinity's own Michaela McDowell. So there's my story.
Okay. Well, viewers, start commenting your answers. Let's see what they're going to say. Look at Eddie. All right, we got one that's on here. Their answer is false. It says your answer is not true.
Okay.
They say your story's not true. Let's see. It lags a little bit, so hold on. It'll come on.
Yep.
All right. My wife says it's true.
Uh-huh.
Judy says false. There's another false. Well, it looks like almost all the chat is saying false. So, Eddie, you got any questions for him or anything? Or are you...
I don't know if it's questions. I would say more perceptive comments.
Okay.
Okay.
Because he said Michaela McDowell was his best security that weekend. That part I would believe. Because she's hood. Y'all don't know, man. She could be some hood. But I think it's false because he said he went to his room and put some clothes on. I know the boy sleeps naked. So Oz is going to say it's a lie.
Uh-oh. Eddie's going to say it's a lie.
The only one that should wear leather pants is somebody doing 68. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. All right. I'm going to give my answer. I'm going to say it's true. All right, Chris, go ahead and reveal lie or truth.
100% truth.
Jury's still out.
Jury's still out.
Hung
It
jury.
is 100% true. I think Chris needs a round of applause as well. There we go.
And I was
That
at
was
that
good.
festival.
Yes, you were. As soon as I said rubber pants, your eyes went.
Because I had an inkling of where you were going, but I didn't know how far we were going. But it's fine. Your wife says, Austin, your wife says, there is crazy fans out there. I know. Girl, let me tell you. He ain't the only one that needs security.
That's right.
And Austin's my security, so
yeah, I got you, bro. Always got you. Well, guys, I think that was fun, man. That's something different. I always try to do something different on here. I think that was fun. I'm glad that the viewers got involved and gave their answers. So thank you guys for everybody that's watching, give their answer. And thank you both for your stories. So I appreciate that.
Oh,
everybody's still commenting. It says they love it. Oh, Dee Dee. What did Dee Dee say?
It is true. Mom don't lie. Well, if anybody's going to know, it's going to be Dee Dee, because those two, Dee Dee and Chris, are travel partners on the road. He always rides the truck and trailer.
Yep.
I can't imagine those conversations, to be a fly on the wall of that truck.
That's right. That's true, man. Oh,
here's what it would be like to be a fly on the wall in that particular truck. Dee Dee's sitting there in the driver's seat, and I'm sitting there with my neck pillow going.
That I did experience when it was me, you, and Cody's dad. So I will say that's accurate.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord, man. Well,
come on,
folks,
Austin, jump in the truck with us. Let's go, Austin.
Yeah,
hey, I'm down. Let's do it, man. I'd love to go, bro. I'd love to go. I'll just be a roadie. It'd be fun, man.
I mean, yeah, we can make things happen. I know people.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Well, folks, viewers that are watching, if you have any questions for Chris or Eddie, start commenting those now, and we will get to those live questions and let them answer those. But while you guys are commenting your questions, boys, I'm gonna let you both take the screen and talk about your social media, where people can follow you, shows you got coming up, all that great stuff. Chris, I'll start with you and tell everybody where they can follow you on social media and all that cool stuff.
Yeah, so you can find me on Facebook under Chris Patti Entertainment, Chris Patti the Music Man for all my variety show stuff, as well as Chris Patti Ultimate Sinatra Tribute Artist for everything that I do Frank Sinatra wise. You can also find me on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. I don't know if it's all Chris Patti Music Man or Chris Patti Entertainment, but you can find me on there. Just search up Chris Patti. I'm sure you'll be able to find me.
Cool. Eddie?
Easy peasy lemon squeezy, Elvis Show SoCal on Facebook, Instagram, elvisshowsocal.com. SoCal, of course, for Southern California. You can see when we're doing shows here locally. Occasionally, I'll post other shows that I'm doing out and about with other ETAs. You can always go to etafestivals.com and see when we're coming to your town with a festival with Cody Downath and crew, because you will always find me there. And yeah, that just is July 25th. If y'all want to come to LA, that's the day.
Absolutely. And it'll be an amazing show. I can promise you that. It's going to be a good show.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Here's some questions. All right. Oh, my wife's going to throw one out there.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all like me or Austin more? For real? That's one question. And then the second one is, for real, though, what's y'all's favorite part of traveling and performing? Whoever wants to answer first. Eddie, I'll let you answer first.
Okay, question number one. I'm going to say Austin, because on that 5.5-hour flight from Baltimore to Long Beach, he talked to me the whole trip, and your butt went to sleep, except when you was eating my plantain chips. So I'm going to go Austin Irby all day, little girl. And my favorite part of traveling and performing, okay, very short 2-part answer. I was doing EP Expo with EAS Band years ago, and Sam Thompson was talking, and he said only Elvis could fill a room this big and not even be here. So that vibe of knowing that Elvis is drawing that is mind-blowing. But most importantly, Elvis himself has taken me around the world literally with these tribute shows, whether I'm playing bass or doing sound, and we never even met. Elvis is helping me support my family, and we never even met. So I will forever be a champion of the King, and if traveling is a part of that, even better.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, Chris.
Oof. Let's see. Well, my favorite part of traveling and performing is I get to meet all kinds of interesting people. I mean, we were in Nashville last month, and I got to sing bass with one of the members of the Stamps Quartet named Larry Strickland. Such a huge idol of mine, especially for the line of work I'm in. Now, to answer the first question, oof,
Come on, boy.
it's a toss up. It really is a toss up. Both of y'all are so amazing.
Truth or
I love
lie?
you all. I'm gonna be neutral Switzerland on this one. I can't pick a favorite.
You can't even spell Switzerland. Boy, what you talking about? And be Switzerland. I picked one. You can pick one. Come on, she can take it. She's a grown woman. She can take it.
All right. Austin.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
Hey.
Hey, she still loves you guys, so it's all right.
No, she's the sprinkles on the icing, but you, sir, are the icing. Yes.
Okay, here's another one. This is for Chris. When is Chris coming home? I promise, Taylor, we're almost done. I swear.
Don't worry, Taylor. I'll be home soon. Just give me a few days. I'll be home. Don't worry.
Just make sure he brings home a Subway sandwich for you, Taylor.
Oh my Lord. Now this one is for Chris. They put Chris's name on there. Who is your favorite to perform with?
Ooh, I can't wait to hear this.
Ooh. I mean, of course, there's always Bill Cherry, Dean T, Cody Dayonath, but one of my favorites is Austin Irby. He really is one.
Get it in.
Oh my Lord. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh my Lord. Well, guys, man, I've had a lot of fun. I hope y'all have had fun. And I got one more question that a bonus question that I'm going to ask both of you. And I'm going to give the screen to you to answer it. And then I'll let you guys go. But I always ask this question on the show. I've been doing it ever since we started it back this year. So my question is to you, and Chris, I'll let you answer first.
Okay.
If you could ask Elvis Presley one question, what would it be and why?
Ooh. Oh, that's a good question. I would have to ask him what jumpsuit was his favorite. Like, everybody's got their own favorite jumpsuit. What's his favorite jumpsuit?
Okay. I like that. Okay. Eddie, what would be your question and why?
I'm going to go controversial here, and this is going to be super hot take, but I'm going to say it, and I'm going to frame this with, hindsight is 2020. My question to him would be, why didn't you listen to the guys around you? And that's being selfish of me, because I would have wanted Elvis to be around longer.
Right.
And I know that's dark, and we've been funny and, doing all this jokester stuff, but I feel like if there would be anybody in this world today that could bring this world back united together, it would have been Elvis. I feel like we need him. Mortal. Of course, we're not going to talk religion or anything, but mortal-wise, the only one I think that could have pulled it off today would be Elvis. And I would have loved him to have been 91 years old right now and bringing this world together. So I would ask him, why didn't he listen to the people around him so he could get better and still be here?
That's a good one. Wow. Out of all the times of me asking that question on the show, I've never got an answer like that, but that is a great one. That is really true, man. I think I would like to know that as well.
I think we all would. We just don't talk about it, because it's such a dark thought and question to ask. And, we want to think of Elvis in these wonderful positive tones. And we do. Obviously, we love him. But because we love him, we want him around.
Exactly.
What the three of us wouldn't have given to have seen Elvis live.
Oh, bro.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
You understand what I'm saying to you? Like Elvis performed in Long Beach in the 70s, super close to me. I would have loved to have seen him in that arena, but I never got the chance.
That's awesome. Yep.
So sorry to end this kind of heavy, but
No, I love it, bro. I loved it. Dude, listen, I'm so glad I got both of you on the show, man. The viewers, they're commenting. They love the show. They love you guys. I love you guys. I'm so glad that y'all came on, man. This was a lot of fun, and I got to learn some new stuff about both of you. So it was absolutely amazing. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming on the show tonight and entertaining my viewers. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure, brother.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, you guys take care, and I will see you guys soon, hopefully. Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. Love you guys. We'll see you.
Bye-bye now.
See ya.
Bye. Y'all give it up for Chris and give it up for Eddie, man. Two my great friends, and I'm so glad I got them on the show. I learned some stuff that I did not know, and I'm so glad that they came on here. It was a lot of fun. So put some hearts, put some likes on the screen for Chris and for Eddie. I know they'd appreciate it very, very much. And also, one more time, go and follow them on social media. Facebook, Chris Patti, the Music Man, and for Eddie, Elvis Show SoCal. Really appreciate that. They would appreciate that very much. So thank you guys. So before I let y'all go, before we end the show tonight, I want to recap on a couple of things really quick. Don't forget to go and follow me on social media. There it is right there. Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, YouTube, all that fun stuff. And don't forget to like and share and comment on this video and subscribe to the What's Up with Austin YouTube channel. I appreciate that a lot as well. Also, it's not mandatory, but if you feel led to leave a tip tonight, they are very much appreciated. It helps me keep the show going. I am a one-man show. I do all this by myself, and that's why a lot of times I might not be paying attention or something or looking away. It's because I'm working on something to put on the screen for you guys. But I really appreciate it, and thank you guys so much for any contributions that you may give. I really appreciate that very much. Also, don't forget, the 2027 Austin Irby Fan Retreat, March 11th through the 14th, 2027. All access passes are on sale now, and they are selling super fast. Go to AustinIrbyEntertainment.com to find out all the information that you need and everything about the 2027 Austin Irby Fan Retreat. Also, don't forget the tickets are on sale for this show as well, live at the Fiddle and Bow Music Hall, July 11th, 7 p.m., $20 right here in my hometown, Honey Pass, South Carolina. Roots, Boots, and Rhinestones. Myself, Michael Cullen for Samantha Dawn. If you love Johnny Cash, you love Josh Turner, you love Dolly Parton, you love country music, you're going to love this show. So go and get your tickets for this show. We would love to see all of you there. Also, follow me and my beautiful wife, Cassidy, on YouTube, Couples Compass. We put out a lot of fun videos. We're starting back to do it a lot more. We're going to be posting another video over the weekend on our recent trip earlier this week up to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. And we got another video we just put out last week, so go check that out. We would really appreciate that very much. Also, if you want to book me for your upcoming event, concert, show, festival, whatever, it can be gospel related, Elvis, non-Elvis, whatever. You can email me at austinirbyentertainment@gmail.com. Go to my website, austinirbyentertainment.com, and click on the contact form and fill all that out. It comes straight to me. Or you can call that magic number, 864-934-1228. Also, we announced this tonight, and I'm going to take this banner off so you guys can see it really good. Carolina Tribute Festivals, which is myself, my brother-in-law, Donnie Mosley. We're doing a festival September 17th to the 20th. We put out a tease about a week ago. Well, here's the information of who's going to be there. It's going to be at the Holiday Inn in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Donnie Mosley, myself, Jordan Poole, Jacob Etter. For more info, go to carolinastributefest.com. And remember, folks, passes go on sale tomorrow at 12 noon. 12 noon, passes go on sale for this particular festival. So I want to see you guys there. We're going to have a lot of fun. So thank you guys, everybody that's tuning in. I see all the comments. Thank y'all so much. Before I let you go, I got one more thing I got to tell you. You're probably wondering, hey, when's What's Up with Austin going to happen again? Man, I got another cool show coming to you here soon. May 21st, 7 p.m. Yes, it's a little while away, but that's because my schedule is getting a little busy and I got some stuff going on. So the next show, mark it on your calendars, May 21st, 7 p.m. Going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to have a co-host. My co-host is going to be my brother, Jacob Roman, and we're going to have his brother on the show, Matthew Roman, and his lovely girlfriend, Katie Lee. We're going to be interviewing both of them about how they perform, how they do musicals, theater, all this stuff, and get to know a little more about them. That's going to be a fun, exciting show. So mark your calendars, Thursday, May 21st, 7 p.m. Co-host with me, Jacob Roman, his brother, and Katie Lee, his wonderful girlfriend, are going to be our guests on the show. And me and Jacob's going to be asking all the questions. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So mark your calendars for that. We would appreciate that very, very much. Well, folks, look, I appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. I've had a blast. I hope y'all have had a blast. Another big shout out to Eddie and to Chris. They are both two amazing friends. I would trust them with my life. I love them both dearly. They're just great, great people. So big shout out to them. Put some hearts and likes on the screen for them. And I hope to see you guys here next week at Clambake, David Lee's Clambake down in Lake Guntersville, Alabama. That is where I will be next. I haven't been really posting a lot on my Facebook page here recently. Been having a lot of stuff going on. Also, keep Cassidy in your prayers. She's been kind of a little sick over the past couple of days, and but she's slowly getting better. So keep her in your prayers. Also, if you don't mind, keep my grandpa in your prayers as well. He's also a little under the weather, so pray for him also. And my sister's a little under the weather. This pollen stuff is crazy. So keep my family in your prayers. I know everybody would appreciate it very much. But we'll be doing another show here soon, and keep watching on my Facebook page. We're going to start back posting here a lot of stuff over the weekend. I also have an exciting announcement that's going to be coming hopefully within the month or so. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be something really, really cool. So keep your eyeballs a-looking on my Facebook page. I love you guys. God bless y'all. Thank y'all again for tuning in. I love you. Remember, God loves you. I love you. And we'll see you next time, May 21st, on What's Up with Austin.